Act, notice of meetings and agendas were posted and furnished to all news media and persons requesting notification. And I don't believe we have any public comments. So we're down to, okay. If y'all just make sure you got your mics on, when we do the notes, it helps a lot if we can hear you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Those eyes had it.
All right, so we'll move right into essentially reconsideration of the Northbridge properties. As a reminder, you all deferred that to this meeting, deferred a recommendation on that to this meeting, pending additional information. And just as a reminder, this is the location right here at Northbridge, Cosgrove, and I-26. And then these are the 5 individual parcels that make up the property. About 10% of it is upland, mostly consisting of a couple of hummock islands, and the uplands right here, which would be at least now, would be the primary access to the site for the public. And also, they did mention that when the Northbridge pedestrian bridge becomes a reality, that this would provide opportunity to link up to that. The request was for $710,000 for 173 acres in the urban area. City of North Charleston funds, $24,500 of that for admin, due diligence, and closing. The match has increased. We did work out a way to include the predicted billboard revenue as match. So the match is now 48%. That increased from 0%. And we did rescore the application as well after the applicant updated some items in there and resubmitted. And the staff score was raised by 30 points. If that were similar to what the subcommittee score would be raised, then it would raise from 40 to 70, which moves that solidly into the good category for fee simple projects. You also asked us to work out some plans for the 2 billboards on site and reinvestment of the revenue that they would create so that it could be counted as match. And just yesterday, I learned of some new information on the original lease, which is not Ms. Prady's fault at all. I didn't request that original lease. I only had the amendments until yesterday. But what I learned is there's no provision in there that requires the company to take these billboards down at the end of the lease term. So I've included in my recommendation for a special condition to allow them to use those proceeds that they'll receive over the next 9 years to remove these billboards so that they don't just become rusting hulks that are ruining the view shed of a low country landscape. So that special condition that I'm recommending is there. It's invest at least $350,000, which is the value of the revenue on the lease and part development prior to 5/31/33, which is 1 month. I believe is exactly, is that the date? Yeah, exact date of the end of the term. Yeah, 5/31/33. Or use those funds for billboard removal. Provide notice that to Adams, the billboard company, that the lease will not be renewed within 90 days of closing on the property, and then make sure those billboards are removed within a year of the end of the lease. Just brief internet search showed that those billboards removal can be very expensive, so that is one reason that I'm recommending allowing them to use these funds to remove those. And if any of those above conditions are not met, then they'd have to return the billboard revenue to the Greenbelt allocation. And we have no public comments. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions?
What did it now score? I'm sorry.
70.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah, when staff scored it, it increased our score by 30 points, which was slightly different from the subcommittee score. The subcommittee score was a 40. So if you guys increased it a similar amount, it would be right around 70, which puts it in the good range for fee simple projects.
Were there any letters of support submitted by the folks around it?
We did
I
end
can't
up
remember.
getting at least 3 letters of support, both from local neighborhood associations and organizations right there at the that part of North Charleston, as well as I believe a regional organization, Charleston Moves.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any other,
Can the motion include the requirement of the special condition?
Oh, definitely.
It does, okay. That's implied.
I'm sorry. Yep. Well, let me restate it. Yeah, I would move that we approve it with the special conditions that
As
Eric has
presented.
put in there.
You have a second?
do we have a second?
Nora, seconded.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
All right.
Off we go.
Nice.
That's it. So we'll have a little break and start
should
up the
have
full
quartered
GAB
it
meeting
at
at 10 a.m.
We should have given it 9:45 or 9:50.
53.
We could have given it 5 till 10.
Well, man, I'm sorry about losing your buddy.
Yeah, man, it's funeral's Friday. He was smart though. He cremated himself.
Big headache.